can start. So my name is Daiane, I'm from São Paulo, and I work as a data scientist for an American startup. And that's it. Katiana, can you introduce yourself, please?
I am Katiana. I live in Vitória, and I'm an engineer. I work with projects at Petrobras, and now I am studying data and data science for work in the other places, similar to you.
Awesome. It's a really good field, so you're gonna like it. Kate, can you introduce yourself, please?
Okay. I'm from Rio Grande do Sul, and I am in a career transition to technology too, mostly probably to the back-end development or data science. I still didn't know.
Okay, good. Bruna, please.
I'm Bruna. I live in Brasilia. I'm married. I have 2 sons. I work with public service. Formada, esqueci. Oh my gosh, I forgot the.
I have a
the
degree.
Name. Yes, degree. I degree with physiotherapy, but I don't work about this.
Okay, awesome. So, Kate, can you read the first question, please?
Yes. In your opinion, how essential are idioms in spoken English? I don't know about the essential of it, but I think it's really cool, not just in English, but in all languages. It's amazing the way we use the words and we put them together and they change all his meaning. And I like to know the history, because normally in the history there is a why. Is that meaning that putting words together is sage? You can understand better why 2 words that mean something totally different put together will meaning other thing that have no, I don't know how to say it in English, sorry guys. But I think you feel it.
Yeah, we got it. No worries.
That's it.
Nice. Katiana, what do you think?
I think it's usually for sorry for my voice, because I'm very fluent and I'm sick now, but I think it's very useful in day by day, for example, because the short words, and I think it's very usually. But when you for example, sometimes I don't understand what the Americans say with this, because it's not usually with Brazilians, and similar when the other people listen when the Portuguese is speaking, they don't understand what I'm speaking. I think it's usually, but when for no, how do you say for a nativo? When you know a nativo people, I think it's probable.
Yeah, because some of them are like no sense. You can't, as we were saying, hit the sack. I would never imagine it means to go to sleep. And even Portuguese, we have some of them. Like it's no sense, and we speak a lot. Okay, Bruna, what is your opinion?
Well, I agree with Katiana, because I think it's essential for the idioms, because sometimes if you don't know about this, you don't comprehend, you don't understand what is the means. You don't. I think it's difficult to understand the native. I think it's here in Brazil. I think we have there are many idioms. I think is this.
Okay, awesome. Tatiana, can you read the next one, please?
Yes. How difficult do you think learning English idioms is? Do you
Oh, you got muted.
those, for example, if say with Australian and the tone of the voice in English, it's very different when, and you notice this difference when you're speaking with American. And for example, the idioms in Australian is totally different the American. And for me in this time, I focus on learning English and no expression in the other, in the, how do you say, in the in these things, because I think it's variable. What do you, when you speak with the Australian, with the American, with the British?
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you. Bruna, how about you? How do you study if you studied idioms?
I think it's difficult to learning about this, but I try to read more, and in special I see more video about the native person and the younger person, because sometimes I don't know, gírias is true, and I think it's the better mode to learning these idioms is to practice, to practice your knowledge, and see and learning about the native person. I think it is.
Yeah, I agree. Like watching movies or like movies or videos on the internet, because there are some books with these idioms, but I don't think it's useful to know, because I think it's something that it should happen naturally. So on a daily basis. That's my opinion.
Yes, it's true. I think it's video and it's better. Now in YouTube, it's amazing. Have a lot of, and the younger people, oh my gosh, every day have a new idioms about this.
Yeah, true. And you, Katie, what about you?
I think it's difficult to learn them. I know the most common ones, but like I have difficulty using them. I can understand some of them just a little because there are many, right? But when I need to speak, I don't use them, you know, it's not naturally to me. And I have difficulty memorizing things, like I don't like to do it. So I agree with you guys when you say that memorizing a book of idioms is not useful. And that's it. I think it's you use it, you hear it, and you will get it with the time, you know.
Yeah, especially because it's something that you can't just learn and start using
Exactly.
in any conversation you have. You know, maybe if you're in interview process, you can't say this kind of stuff. So
exactly,
it's difficult. Bruna, you are using the cell phone, right? I don't know if you can see the questions? If so, if you can read the questions.
Yes, yes, it's possible. 1 minute, because
But
I need to change the screen, but no problem.
But
1 minute.
if so difficult, we can.
No, all right, no problem. What is the Portuguese idiom you say the most on daily basis? What does it mean? Oh my gosh. I don't know if it's right. I think the daily, let me see. Sometimes is dar uma mãozinha. I think is this. 1 minute. Eu vou te dar uma mãozinha in this test. For example, I think it is this, né? I will help you. It's this. I think it's the most time I use this.
Yeah, I have no idea how if there's a English idiom, like it definitely won't be give you a legal hand. Definitely won't be like this, but okay. Katiana, how about you?
Teacher, I think I don't understand these questions.
So, do you have any idiom you use in Portuguese? I don't know. Let me, girls, help me. Like, I don't know the
expression that if someone else that doesn't speak the language say, they will not understand the meaning of it. You know, it's a crystallized expression. How to say it?
Yeah, let's imagine you say a lot. A grama do vizinho é mais verde, you know? So how would you explain this to a person who doesn't speak Portuguese?
It's not usually for me speaking with this expression in my day, in my work, but I think in my life, my personal life, sometimes I speak in a grama do vizinho is more the feel of the how do you say vizinho in English is more green, but it's not usually for me speaking with these expressions.
Yeah, I don't remember like something that expression that I use on a daily basis. There are some, of course, but I think like my mom, she says more often, but I don't remember any. How about you, Kate?
I don't remember if I use it like in a databases, but I remember one that bicho de sete cabeças, like não é bicho de sete cabeças, you know. I remember this one, but in a databases daily, I don't know. I think I asked Katiana, I normally don't use them, or maybe I use and even don't notice it, you know, because it's so common. But bicho de sete cabeças is the one who came to my mind right now.
Yeah, true. I think this one I probably use more often. But like those, Deus ajuda quem cedo madruga, this kind of stuff, I don't
use. Yeah, they are more like maybe Deus ajuda quem cedo madruga is not like idioms, but a popular saying, maybe.
Yeah, I guess so. So awesome. Let's jump to the number 5, right? Kate, can you read, please? And this question can be in English or in Portuguese or any language.
Okay. What is the funniest idiom you have ever heard? I don't know. I can't remember anyone right now. Girls, answer it because I can remember. I will try to think about it.
Difficult. Yeah.
Difficult, really difficult.
Yes, but when I read the question, I think, oh my gosh, what is I think is fun in English? There's have a phrase that I every time we go with my husband in mama way. That's the connects the words. It's very funny for my here in mama way. Tipo, estou a caminho. Mama way. Oh my gosh, it's very fun for me. But it's not a idiom, no? It's not.
Oh, it's not right.
No, I don't think so, because I think it's like you join all together. I am on my way. Or
And the sounds gets funny, right?
Yeah, but I've never thought about it. I'm on my way.
Me too. I never thought about it. But I remember a funny one in Portuguese, girls. Maybe you don't know this one because it's from South here, but it's very funny. When you say it, it's like está frio de renguear Cusco.
I've never heard this.
I never hear this.
Está frio de renguear Cusco, a gente fala assim. It's really funny, right? Why? Because there is all explanation about it, you know. I already saw even folders explaining it for other people outside the Rio Grande do Sul, and it's really funny.
Yeah, that's new to me. And you, Katiana, can you remember any idiom?
I think when I live in Bahia, I'm an engineer and I live in many different cities. And in Bahia, it's a different. And I remember when one man say, it's very funny in this expression, because I explain em português because it's more easy. O cara tinha tomado um chifre e aí a galera tava zoando ele, aí ele falou assim, se você quer carregar uma melancia muito grande, você nunca vai comer ela sozinho. É muito esquisito, eu nunca tinha ouvido isso, mas na Bahia eles falam isso demais. And it's very crazy, but it's funny, but it's machismo. How do you say machismo?
I think it's
different. Machismo, and different, and it's very useful in Bahia. And for me, it's different.
I think
when I listen melancia, I thinking about, and after this I look for the people, and after a minute I understand and I say, no, it's crazy.
Yeah, I think the northern and north of the Brazil is they have a lot of these different expressions and idioms. I think I mean Brazil is a very big country, and so we have our own. Each state has their own expression, but I think north and northern is the most different from the south or south. So that's I don't remember.
I remember one expression, and I was in Espírito Santo. The people speaking Pocá. I go to the party. Eu vou pocar para a festa. Meu pneu pocou. It's very easy in Espírito Santo. The Capixaba use the expressions a lot of during the day and for many different things.
I've never heard this expression either.
Yes, a festa pocou, a festa foi muito legal, tô pocando para a festa, it's different. And it's very usually in Vitória and the Espírito Santo.
Yes, and about this, Katiana said pocá, but I know it's when people ate a lot of food She said, estou espocando, because it's very full and the people vai espocar, vai explodir. Oh my gosh, what is this? Eu não estou espocando.
Focando. Oh my god. Okay, so now it's just some idioms that how can we use in our conversation. So Katiana, can you read please? It's number 6.
6. Do you remember a situation that took your breath away? Do you remember? Yes, I remember. And took your breath away. Yes, I remember when I lost one job with a company I work a lot of in this company, and in this situation I took your breath away. Teacher, it's correct. I think it's similar. Lost something is correct. The thought.
It's similar to Portuguese when something tira o seu ar, you know, like there's a Portuguese expression in Portuguese like this, right?
Yeah. Yes. In my answer is correct now. And yes, in this situation, I stay without my sem meu chão because I work a lot of in this company and have many opportunities. And when I return after my child born, I lost my job, and for me it's very difficult in that time.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. So Kate, do you remember situation?
Yeah, for me, take my breath away. It's something more positive, you know. It's when you can breathe because you see something beautiful, for example. It's my interpretation of it. And I had many times, because I really like to know new places and natural places, you know, and always when I go to these places they take my breath away, you know. So for me this phrase is perfect when you are like in a place and you don't know it and you are sawing it for the first time and it's beautiful and oh my gosh, it take my breath away.
Yeah, I think the same happens to me, especially when you go to things like nature, you know, the landscape exactly. And maybe some beach. So
when you are in a mountain and you can see things from the high, it's beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the time that take my breath away without a doubt, it was when I first paragliding, I say. When I jump in a paragliding. Let me see. As a delta, yeah. I don't know how to say it in English. Maybe it's paragliding, you know, because I could see all the landscape from the high, you know, it's amazing.
Okay, awesome. And Bruna, do you remember a situation that took your breath away?
Well, I think I don't understand the question because when I think I take a breath away, I don't know if it has a good occasion about it. Oh, I very fun and I smile very much, so I took my breath. I don't know if it is or if it's scary and I take breath. What they mean?
It's usually people use for good things, like Kate said about the landscape, and you see a lot in movies, these romantic movies that the guy or the girl see another person and oh my gosh, he's so beautiful. He's beautiful. Take my breath away, you know. So.
All right. So well. I think it's when I in Disney, so have the roller coaster roller. I think it's coaster roller. And my son with me, and they in the peak moment, they very scary about this, and I'm looking for him. Oh my gosh, what's happened with I don't know. But in this moment I'm very worried with him. But before, no, but after, we smiling very much about this situation.
So it's legally took your breath away, like it's very legal. Okay. So Katiana, can you read the next one, please? This one is pretty similar to Portuguese. It's number 7.
7. Do you remember a situation you cried over spilled milk? It's similar chorar pelo leite derramado? No.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's the same.
Yes. In this situation, I think it's the similar the other question I answer.
Yeah, I can't remember a situation that I cried over the spilled milk. I don't remember. Do you remember any situation, Bruna?
So I think it's the moment when, for example, I will invest in the, I don't know the name, it's Bolsa de Valores. I invested, so my money is very increased, and the ação increase. So oh my gosh, I will sell this because one time it stopped and decreased very fast. So I saw a lot of ações that there was, and but it's a bad thing because the next days it's this ação keep getting increasing a lot. Oh my gosh, for example, I saw let me see, I think I saw in 30 reais, and the ação getting increasing, it was, for example, 70 reais before. After, oh my gosh, I don't believe this. I'm very imediatista, né? Eu chorei pelo leite derramado nessa ocasião.
And the other way around is also true. Like, you don't sell, you keep the stocks, and then the stocks start decreasing, and you think, oh, I should have sold this stock, and so it's
Yes.
kind of game. Kate, how about you?
When I was young, I really hated to lose my things, So I used to cry over spilled milk. Always that I lose something. So I cried a lot over spilled milk when I was young.
Okay, good. So, Kate, can you read, please? Cut corners.
Okay. Do you remember a situation you had to cut corners to achieve what you wanted faster? Let me see if I understand what means had to cut corners. It's like to go with care, like
it's like in Portuguese would be something like pegar atalhos, maybe.
Okay, okay. I'm not so to usually had to that usually cut corners. I don't know if I can say it off the head, cut corners. So I can remember a specific situation. Do you understand you had to cut corners? Okay, but I can remember really. Maybe if someone else answer it, the situation will come to my mind.
Yeah, it's a difficult, it's a difficult
Yeah,
question.
right?
Girls, do you remember?
Well, me, I needed to cost because I want to put silicone on breasts. It's very expensive, so it's necessary to cut a lot. All that I so for example, I love the shoes, high heels, and every month I bought, for example, two pairs every month. So when I decide to put the silicone, so it's necessary buy no more my high heels. It is, but it's very. It's very happy with my silicone. That's okay. I think it's a good decision.
Okay, awesome. There's a situation that I see a lot of people doing is paying for the licensed driver. So it is a way to cut corners. So you have to do the test to get the license driver, but we know that a lot of people pay for the guy who are doing the, I don't know the name in English, but the guy who is inside the car just seeing if you are doing everything correct. And a lot of people pay for them, so you are going to be approved anyway. So this is something that people do to cut corners, and they cut corners to have the license driver, Katiana, do you remember a situation that you had to cut corners?
Yes, when I bought this apartment where I live in, I cut many things for pay for this apartment, and I don't go to shop and in this time, and I don't see for shoes, clothes, everything. But I love here, and I think it's a good thing for doing this in this time.
It's like there's a expression, it's trade-off. So you're going to, it's troca, so you are going to save money here to buy another thing. So
yes,
so it's a trade-off. Kate, could you remember any situation?
I can remember it, if we are talking about expenses, for example, there are many situations when I needed to economize to something, to do other something, but it's now it's naturally to me to do this type of thing, because naturally I become a minimalist, for example, but I don't know. No, I have nothing to say about it right now.
Yeah, it's a tough question. So, Bruna, can you read, please? Number 9.
Yeah. Number 9. Have you ever felt like you were on the top of the world? How easy it was? Oh my gosh. Let me see. I don't remember. I think when I realized, I think it's realizing. It's not true. I think it's the false cognate realizing. No, my dream. I felt. I felt when I felt like were in the top of the world every time, because it's very important when you do when you get in the dica, I don't know, and for do one thing and this realize your life. I think it's the moment that you like on the top of the world.
Yeah, true. Like every time you achieve something that you worked really hard to get, to buy, to do, whatever it is, I think it's that feeling you are the top of the world. And Katie, how about you?
Yes, I feel it when I am in a high place, it's a little literal, but it's how I feel, in the top of the world. It's a little literal, but at the same time, it brings this feel of to be in the top of the world, the sensation of being good and being in the right place, that right moment. I think that's it.
Yeah, the same happens to me. Like you are literally in the top of the world,
Exactly.
but it's a good sensation.
You
like
feel at the top of the world at the same time, right?
Yeah. And Katiana, how about you?
I think when you do something and you wish a lot of for this, I think you feel like stay in the top of the world. And for me, for example, when I stay with my daughter for the first time in my arms, it's like they stay in the top of the world, because it's very good. This feeling, the first time you have a child in your arms, it's very, for me, it's like this, or like or do your how do you say sonhos, gente? I forget the song, the dreams.
Yeah, so good point. I a lot of moms and dads say about it, like when you especially the first time when you hold your baby. I think I don't have any kid, but I think this feeling is amazing.
Yes, it's very, how do you say, indescritível. It's amazing.
Okay, good. And the last one is the first time in a session, and we go through all the questions. So, Kate, can you read, please, the last one?
Okay. Are you the kind of person who beats off more than you can chew? In what situation? There is one specific situation that I do it a lot. That is like, I want to do more than I can, and I need to really pay attention in these things. I even started to apply minimalism or essentialism, I don't know, in this in the activities I do in the daily basis too, because normally I put more than I can do. So there is this specific situation that I beat more than I can chew.
It's hard to say the whole sentence. To bite off more than I can chew. Yeah, me too. It happens the same. Like I want to learn English and I want to improve my English. I learn to learn Spanish and French, but I also have to work and go to the gym. And,
exactly.
And I want to do everything. So this is the situation.
To-do list stays very long, right? It's not possible to do all of it.
Yeah. And Katiana, how about you?
I think it's similar. What you speaking, and now, for example, I need to study English. I need to study programmation, Python, and data science, and work during the day my job. And I think it's I bite something big.
And it's very bad because if you try to do a lot of things, at the end of the day, you feel like, oh my God, not enough. I didn't do everything I could. But of course you didn't, because it was so many things that it was impossible to
Exactly.
do.
We get frustrated, really frustrated, right? And it's because something that we are putting ourselves in, and no one is saying you need to do. Of course, society put you in the situations, but we are humans, we can do all of it, and we judge ourselves because we can do it. And who decided that we'll do it? It was ourselves. Like, we are enslaving ourselves in this sense,
Yeah, exactly. Bruna, how about you?
Well, I think I think in this two things. For example, I think it's about my to-do list. I have a lot of things to do, and sometimes I think, oh my gosh, I don't have time. I don't have hours in my day to do anything this, because I work. I'm mother. I study English. I study Spanish. I study for the public courses. I study a lot of things, and I like to work out, and my day is very short for a lot of things I want to do. And sometimes, oh, I don't have time to do this, so it's put in the next day. It's very bad for me. And in this moment, I'm very exhausted, because I don't like to do things the next day. And the other hand, I think it's about the investment. When I spend a lot of it that I don't have money, and I spend this. So I think it's the moment let me see the name, bits of more than I can show. And for example, it's occurring when I want to travel. It's necessary to spend more money that I have. It's a problem.
Yeah, exactly. Especially my credit card. If I don't pay attention, my credit card, it's like I want to buy everything. I want to go out, but I want to study. I want to do everything. So the same happens to me. So guys, so that's it for today. Guys, oh, it's girls. We are only girls here. So I'm sharing the survey here and the YouTube video. You can go over there, click on thumbs up, and that's it. I really appreciate you girls here, and that's it. Thank you, and have a
Thank
good Wednesday.
Thank you so much. It was really nice,
Have
girls.
a nice day. Bye bye.